Boom, boom, boom. Death to Kronos already, man. 55 for your episode 3. You know, we did the whole poll thing on the old YouTube. I asked you guys what weapon. Sister Blades have one, so our 55 fear journey shall continue on the Sister Blades. We're on aspect of Artemis, because it's just probably the strongest aspect, especially for 55, with the parry riposte crit. It helps out the damage a lot. Bossing's very strong. Yeah. Of course, it's Hera's Swarn Strike. I also just realized I'm using Fritos and not Chula. It's been a minute. I've taken a break from the old 55ers ever since we did the thing. After this run, I'll have to switch to the cat. Sister Blades are cool. I've spoke about their issues before, their dash strike, their final attack, and then the aspect of Artemis issues with the general shield. How slow it can be. The Omega Charge bug basically getting you killed, which will probably happen a lot to me in this series. Etc. etc. They're a weapon with a lot of potential, and a weapon I hold very near and dear to my heart. As they were the weapon I got my first ever Hades 2 win with, and I just love this archetype of weapon across all video games. Also, this run is pretty much dead. But we're on a new weapon, so the only real goal is to, you know, play the game, have a bit of fun. Set a room/location PB. This one might be a little inflated since I'm using Freenos, because I'd already be dead by now. I guess I'd be alive, but I'd just lose my DD. Armored Whispers are a problem, but at the same time, if I had my hitch attack, I would have just like dropped the cast, parried out, back down, etc, etc. And with hitch, they would all have their armor deleted. Sadly, that's not the case today. This is the pain we are going to ensue on 55 Fear. Honestly, the more I play it, the like less it bothers me. The resets kind of suck, and trying to get an attack boon suck, but besides that, like it's actually a lot of fun, and it's honestly improved my gameplay quite a bit. Because you're essentially playing like an Erebus completely hitless in like your weakest state possible. And you have to be aware of every little detail. So it's been nice to feel my gameplay improving at such a like rapid velocity. From 55s. I didn't realize it was going to do that, but it really has. Excited for that to hopefully happen, specific to the Sister Blades as well. Yeah. I mean, the most I ever played them. You know, I have to learn to deal with enemies in a way that's completely new to me, because not only do we lack a ton of damage, but we really shouldn't be getting hit either. Whispers, I have learned, are a huge problem. I would much rather personally deal with spindles than these things. Because they kind of outrange the Sister Blades, and it's really hard to stagger like a full group. You need to never commit to your full attack pattern, due to the Sister Blade's nature of being very stuck in the mud on the final attack. Unless you're very confident in it. It's very slow and interruptible, and you'll get hit by using it. You have to be very precise. See, even there I committed to the final attack pattern, and that casket was almost able to hit me because of it. You have to be very, very confident that you're not going to be hit, because if you commit to that final slash, you are very vulnerable at all times. We do get a Hera. There was also a Zeus there. I've thought about, whenever I see a second god on the other door, and it's a good god that I want there like that. Oh, here's another problem with Sister Blades. You can't stagger like a normal group of enemies, like many other weapons can. They are too stubby. So I have to kind of juggle there. Luckily, the aspect of Artemis kind of bails us out. Another enemy that's very scary. Whalers and pinheads. Once again, my parry just comes off cooldown, which is huge. Pinheads are really hard to stagger a full group of them, and they hit me for 15. Whalers can just start up and do a 10 attack. I can throwing knife them, though, if they don't have armor. We do get our attack second run. That's pretty sweet. I have Tula. That's pretty sweet. Now, I said I prefer spindles. Not armored spindles, because if they start up pretty much at all, I have to wait for a full rotation. Unless my parry, and unless I want to burn my parry on them, and I usually don't. Let's bounce this shell back. over to the spindle. One more wave. After this, ooh, there's more armored spindles. There we go. Like I've said in many videos, if the dash strike on the Sister Blades was better, if they were a little less stubby, if the final attack pattern didn't get you so stuck in the mud, immobile, vulnerable to damage. If they didn't have the Omega Charge bug, but that's kind of a universal thing. It just plagues the aspect of Artemis, of course. And then if the parry shield came up a little bit faster, so you could use it as more of a defensive reactive tool, like the Moonstone block, instead of more of a preemptive, I want to use this for a damage buff, I think they would be, you know, right where they need to be in terms of power. However, currently, I think they lack due to those things. There's still an enemy here. We're going to time out very soon. This is our location 5. We've gotten some pretty slow rooms. A lot of really bad enemies. Oh, my armor. How dare you. But yeah, today, you know, we'll set some regional goals. Today we are going to try to get out of Erebus, but no promises. We're just going to record, play out the Sister Blades, see how they feel, see how I be schmoving on them, see how we be dealing, wheeling. Don't care to palm the attack. Hermes Boon. Oh, I faced this mini. Let's go. Our mini boss is pretty strong. We can do a lot of this stuff. We have attack, we have parry crits. Yeah, I was waiting for that. I'm gonna go deal with 2 of the root monsters. Then come back. I'll have my parry by then, which is kind of why I care. I'll just hold this. There we go. TP behind. Get our crits. Our time is really bad if you don't, if you can't see, but it's just really hard to play very fast with the blades and also very safe. I get a 10-second mint condition in Erebus. I need every skip in the book to make it out, though, is the problem. This is not a skip. We are not even in the book. At least I get mint condition. But it's okay. This is going to be a PB, right? I think, right? I don't remember where we died last run. Or even what happened. Kind of just yapping and playing. But see, even here, like, I'm in the middle of my dash strike, so I had to back up there, wait for it to finish, and then get my parry. This has armor. Yeah, I don't really mind the Sister Blades. Like I said, I quite enjoy them. They're definitely hard for 55 fear. Staff is safer, but does less damage. Torches, I would probably have to play Moros, but the first 3 rooms on Moros on 55 is, like, dreadful. Glad we don't have to do that. And then Eos and Mel Torches also do no damage. Parry's up, so I'm going to hold. Throw it out. It seems we're timing out on this one. Not surprised. First few 55 fear runs, I'm learning the limitations of my blades. How fast I am expected to play. It also just depends on the rooms we get. So... but it's gonna happen. We'll take the 50, just the most armor. We are on location 9, so that's a PB. Run 2, little location 9 PB. Alright, this is 10 now, sorry, I believe. Like I said, the goal today will just be to get out of Erebus. Then we'll work on Oceanus. Eventually the fields. Maybe show up to Tartarus one day. Maybe get ourselves a dub, but I mean... I've got the stubby blades instead of the incredibly strong Moonstone X. I've got no block button. My Blades 55 was a hope and a dream anyways. So this one's going to be a hope, dream, and a whole nother set of prayers. We're just doing it for a bit of fun. You guys seem to like the 55s. The more I play, as long as I kind of stop playing once I'm no longer having fun, I enjoy them. I mentioned they feel like a whole nother level of mastery for me as well, in terms of how fast yet how safe you must play. And yeah, it's just a good little recording session. I find it a good place to kind of get my thoughts out to everyone on YouTube, and hopefully a good place for us all to commune and have a nice, you know, lovely weekly little chat while we just play the game. A little bit of a boated podcast, if you will. Just yapping it all out a bit. But yeah, lots to come on the channel still. We'll be doing the... We got some 50 judgments coming up. We got some 1 god only runs on 32 Fear. We got 1 element only runs. We're still doing the best builds and the cursed build series. So that's all pretty fun, pretty excited. Excited for the major update, you know? The future for Hades 2 is rather bright. A bit of a downtime right now, but hey. Every game's got those. I don't know what I'm really supposed to do about whalers sometimes. That is plaguing my mind. Careful of the lurker spear. I get Tula involved. Probably just not going to parry because the room's over. Yeah. We'll go for our Hera attack. 45 seconds, 2 rooms. We took 10 damage. Could be a lot worse. Give me a shield. I want to deal with this hippo with my crits, so... I need to Revenant check that. I have a list here, actually, of everything we're going to be doing on the channel. So pause and pull that up. Yeah, plus the 55s. Oh, and of course, just more surface runs. I asked for your guys' help with videos on YouTube, as well as in Discord. And I think I've covered pretty much everything that felt like it would make a fun video that you guys asked for. That was the first showing of the Omega Charge bug. I stood there and held my charge and never got it. If you don't know that is a thing, you're not going crazy. If you try to Omega sometimes and you kind of just stand there and you're not doing anything, it is currently a bug in the game. Of course, we're in early access. There's going to be bugs. I completely understand. It's just a pretty tragic one that's been in the game for a while. Yeah, my dash strike did not beat his spin. Whispers are very hard to deal with. This is room 3, a minute 42, just finished. It's a pretty big room in a bad enemy set, so it is what it is. We don't get an attack this run. I guess I'll play engagement ring. In future videos, I will probably just do like resets in between and make sure we get our attack. But for this one, since it's like the first of the series, we're talking about what we're doing, we're laying our plans out, etc., etc. I figured I was just going to sit down, record, and not do resets. And then once we get kind of a PB or like an Oceanus entry, you know, the weekly video, instead of just being unedited raw runs back to back, it'll probably be like, well, we got here last time, here's the run that beat that run, you know? And then that'll be like probably a whole video, because I haven't really looked at the time on it, but we'll do like 20-30 minutes per vid. And ooh, cocoons. And yeah, if we get like a PB, you know, we get out of Erebus today, Oceanus next day. If it's not long enough, we'll just do a couple more runs after that. But we shall see, we shall see. We don't have an attack. We do have engagement ring. It's not going to do anything for this mini boss. I'm also just generally playing 55. This is the first experience I have with 55 Fear on the Sister Blades. So just doing some general reps against enemies, whether I have like the damage or not, is just good practice in terms of mechanics. Because obviously solving problems on the Sister Blades is much different than solving problems on the Moonstone X. Yeah, it's just a good way to learn. Whether we actually go anywhere or not, right? Just fighting these mini-bosses, getting the habits down, playing them correctly. Always a good thing to do. Trying to clear rooms. Oh, it's an Artemis. Wow, this run would be pretty fire, actually. We might be able to P-Bizzle here. We still have a minute 43. Our rooms weren't that bad. Our room 3 was pretty bad. Hippo's Casket's very slow to deal with. On top of that... I say that as I'm getting assaulted by them again. On top of that, not getting our attack obviously kind of hinders this run greatly. But getting Cocoon's Shop Boss Artemis is pretty cracked. Still have Fountain's Nemesis, Chaos, and Arachne. I'm also dead, which is a problem, but that's going to happen. I have, you know, no cleave range, no stagger, Omega Charge bug to deal with, no block baton. So we gotta figure out, you know, how to play with this weapon now. Also, I think in the poll, I'll have put it up on screen by now. It was like 35 or 36% Sister Blades when I ended it. And like 20% on torches. 19% on staffs. So if we get kind of stuck in on blades and it's not going well and I'm just not enjoying it as much, and maybe say we get to like Oceanus or Fields and then I like can't really push it any farther for a bit, or we're just having a, you know, a bit of a hard time on them. Since, you know, Team Staff and Torches kind of showed out, we'll probably do some 55s on those too, because I think, once again, it would just be fun. Kind of, you know, build up my skills on the Torches and Staffs, get my feel of 55 fears with those weapons, have a bit of fun. Then since you're on a new weapon, new aspect, you know, less expectations. New PBs, since anything's a PB when you're new to it, which is kind of the best part about learning new things. So that's kind of the plan there as well. We got a pressure points, that's pretty cool. I was really hoping for Arachne so I don't explode. But it's looking grim. Oh, it's looking real grim. Spindle's Whispers. I guess I can also just give them a general tips with Sister Blades for what I'm looking for and trying to do. Always play at their max range. They don't have much of it, but you gotta use what you got, right? The final slice of the blades does have more range than their normal attack pattern, so you can use that to interrupt an enemy like a Whisper who kind of outranges you. Also, if you're ever approaching an enemy, throw one of your specials at them. Just to get to stop them from attacking. Be more accurate than I with them, ideally. The biggest thing on 55 is, like, I could play a hitless Erebus. Ow. Pretty consistently, I would say, if I had all the time in the world, but obviously we're under a heavy amount of time pressure. So it's not only playing hitless, but also playing fast, and playing fast usually leads to getting hit, so you kind of need to learn how to have this like hybrid style of going as fast as you possibly can and just being as aggressive as you can, but then learning to also do that while not getting hit, which is very tough on a weapon like this. Our attack, of course. We could also, I'm on Artemis Blades for the crit parry. Mel Blades just have the 100% backstab, which really isn't that bad. I don't know how it feels on 55 Fear. Please don't throw that attack pattern out. This is a free parry if I actually walk into it. So I might give Mel Blades a go and just see how that backstab feels. And we're on Sworn Strike Hera for the Valve Rebuke and taking advantage of the percent damage alongside the Artemis crits, but we could play Melblade's Backstab and Scorch because that's pretty strong. I don't really want to play Stun, but I will, honestly, because, I mean, we're not really supposed to get hit anyways, so the stun shouldn't... Anything that hits me is just going to murder me, so the stun's not really going to be a factor. But yeah, we might do some Melblade's Scorch just because it would be a nice change of pace as well. See how the Backstab feels. See how Scorch feels in general on 55. I thought I dodged through that Hippo Ball, but to be fair, I did throw out a Dash Strike. Dash Strikes don't have iframes. Therefore, my bad. I need to be much better about not Dash Striking on this weapon as well. I've been doing some 50 Fear runs again, so I'm kind of... and not 55s, so I'm kind of used to Swift Runner. With the snappy dash. So I'm not used to that. Hit both of them. Bonk. Bones. We need the armor. Always nice. That has armor and I don't have my attack. Issue with gambling for a Chaos Gate is you're hoping that your major award doesn't get pushed back an extra room like it usually does, because there's a small chance it doesn't. But most of the time it's getting pushed back. And then you're just putting yourself farther back. Which is obviously a problema. Because you really need your attack boon, because you do no damage. Another very good thing is do not mash your attack string on the Sister Blades. Tap out your attacks every time until you're very confident that you can get away with the free damage. Because you can do a 1-2 like that, you can do a 1-2 jab pattern and stop, or you can do the 1-2 jab pattern slash. But that final slash, man, it does not do that much damage. And my boy... It's more committal and less mobile than the Moonstone Axe, like Slam, with less of an AoE. It is very scary. Do not use it often. Honestly, thinking of the Sister Blades as the Moonstone Axe is a great thing to do. Because you need to really think about using this final attack pattern on this weapon if you're trying to not get hit. It is very scary. So thanks for the Centaur Soul, Nem. That was cool. Anyways, no attack boon. That's cool, right? We're at the boss. Still have our Stun Chaos Curse, but like I said, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Get in some good boss rotations, at least. This boss is really awkward. Because I have to dash around pretty much everything. I get hit by that, break his armor. It's full dashes plus roots, so you need to be really good about your like micros. When to stun. I'll let yes. But yeah. The goal is to get out of Erebus today, but I don't know. I'll probably just... I haven't really timed this recording. I probably should have, but we'll rip like a few more and then just call it a day. Ooh. Another engagement ring, it seems. Well, we got one attack, though. PRS location 10, that's not bad. Maybe we just go for like a Hecate entry. Probably be a lot easier to get a Hecate entry if we actually just waited for attack wins. I will say engagement ring kind of goes hard in certain scenarios. It just doesn't... The issue with engagement ring is, yes, it gives you hitch for the status and rebuke peel. It just... You're leaving out all that percent damage you could have on your attack. Which is really bad. I should probably actually wait for my parry. Thank you. And if you can get like a big enemy group inside the cast, it's quite nice. There it is. Not bad. We go Arachne. We'll do a little location check. Our best is 10. Where are we at? 9? Oh, we're coming back. We're coming back. We'll take the 60. Not too bad. You always want to keep your Death Defiance, but at the same time, losing it isn't the end of the game, right? It's never over till it's over. You ain't dead till you're dead. This is a room. You know, I think I had my shield up from the warding circle there, me personally, but okay. Warding circles being more useless than ever. What's new? What's new, right? The Sister Blades require a ton of precision. You kind of need to dance around some pretty crazy hitboxes at all times, especially at high fear. I really thought I had my warding shield up there, like, or the warding circle shield up there. I thought, like, it had the blue aura around it. Maybe I stepped out of it for a quick second. It's a real shame. I really wish they didn't knock back enemies. Just give us the protection and no knockback. The knockback just, like, it hurts you more than it helps you, because it just sends hitboxes flying at all times, and it's very scary. Back up, cast, hold, parry. Very good. Artemis's burst damage is nice. That was not very nice. This is very not nice. Okay, the stun has come into play. I have been wailed on. I didn't think I would make it this far with the stun, okay? It's a chaos. It is what it is. There's a PB. Let's go. We got enough for a shop. Give me a skip. Alright, not cool. This is an anti-skip. It's the biggest room in Erebus. Come on, man. I just want to make it to Hecate. Please. I'm not going to make it. There's no way I finish this in 30 seconds. If I had my attack boon, it would be so much better. The tree didn't even reach. We're kind of working them, though. There's the armor breaks. This is not the final wave is the problem. Getting this room, it's the biggest room in Erebus, and getting it in location 11 just essentially requires... I pretty much got the best version of it, which is all armored like Rastrals and Lurkers or whatever they're called. But even that guarantees like at least 2 waves, if not more. And just like a really long room. It's still good Sister Blades practice, though, just to be able to dodge. Worst part about that run was me taking the stun curse and then finding out how terrible that was against the Whaler. Probably should have just prioritized the Whaler a bit more. Just didn't expect that to happen. Didn't expect to get that far. But it is what it is. Overall, they don't feel too bad. You know what? Why don't we swap it up in this video just to show off the other blades? So we'll do Scorch. And then since we're not really taking advantage of crit plus percent, we'll just do some general backstab, see how that feels. Maybe Artemis and Scorch is good too, because since we have no real damage bonuses like Huntress and Furies and all that stuff, the Scorch feels better. But then the crits still do something. So I'll play around with all of it, really. We'll do Scorch attack, we'll do Artemis blades, we'll do Mel blades, Hera. Probably not, actually. If I'm going to do Mel blades, it's just going to be Scorch. It's quite good, especially if we did get Freezer Burn online. If we just got a lucky Freezer Burn, that would be like one way we could actually win. Arctic Ring's insane. Cold Storage is insane. Freezer Burn is ridiculous. Obviously, Hephaestus is Hephaestus, but yeah, any of that stuff would really just like propel our damage to another level. I will say, no Artemis parries, but we just have backstab at all times. Feels pretty good. We need to actually like take advantage of it, but wow, the power is definitely feeling good. It's really hard to get in on these enemies here. Yep, see, that's what I mean about the final attack pattern is you need to be so certain you are not getting like attacked. You just need to be ready to cancel it or not use it. You know what? Let's do this. This is a play. Because we have the Hestia keepsake, she's gonna show up again. That's Demeter room 3. Hopefully we hit an Arctic Ring. And then, room 5 Hestia. And then if we get like a lucky Freezer Burn in Erebus plus 18 skips, we might see our first Hecate. I actually kind of want to get the Spindles out first. The Lurker and the Rastral, I believe their names are. I don't really know. Are annoying, but the Spindles just consume like the most random space and throw out random hitboxes. So having a group of them in the room just scares me. I think I like Melblades more. I have more practice on Melblades. There's an Arctic Ring. I play Melblades quite a bit. I enjoy them quite a lot. Oh, Arctic Ring value. Just right away. I mean, you do get the 100% extra backstab at all times. You don't have to do the whole, like, super... Artemis is great, and Artemis has better bossing, but man, the parry is just so high maintenance to constantly do. And like, oh, it's on off cooldown, hit a projectile, get your crit value, rinse, repeat. Whereas, like, Melblades, I just need to stand behind an enemy. It's just a positioning thing, which I much prefer. And then I don't have to deal with the Omega Charge bug. That one really hurts me playing Artemis. It's one of the biggest, like, downsides. That enemy scared me. He kind of just sat in the corner and threw an attack out. We also lost our armor to a Whisper, but that's okay. That's room 4. Oh, so I said Hestia was guaranteed to show up, but I just meant, like, she'll show up again, but she's not actually guaranteed to, you know, be on the next door. She should be our mini-boss guaranteed. Although, it was Cohen. And then we did get Nem, which is very good. Because obviously she pauses the old teamer. She pauses the old teamer. Boom. Get our backstab. Be careful getting bounced by Nem. We do have Omega Cast still to use at our disposal. I haven't really popped any. Just like I said, I've been taking a break from the 55, so I'm a little... out of the 55 like meta, you know, or a little bit rusty. I need to maximize my Omega damage value. That was a bit of an aggressive lunge at that enemy. I didn't need to do there. Trying to find a way in and not die. It's very hard. Okay. Get smoked, Nim. Get smoked, bud. Yeah, so I have enough for the shop now, thanks to that, which is cool, too. A coin room into a Nem room right before it. We get Apollo. I'm gonna go ahead and take Blinding Sprint. Would be really nice. Wow, we get it. That's Day's chance. And then we get Hestia on the boss. Time isn't horrible, and we got a Nem skip, so let's try not to die. Big backstab value, some Arctic Ring damage. Wow, those were 2 insanely close dodges. The fact the game gave those to me is very nice. Get Tula involved. Let's deal with this bozo. And then we should have a clean Shadow Stalker. Just gotta be careful getting back in there. I don't mind doing that stuff when we're on 55. It wastes a little bit of time, but also blinding sprints. That's fine. Hopefully hit our attack. Please, 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 please. Yes. It's hard not to there when we have 2 core slots filled up. Arachne as well. So let's shop boss Arachne and Nem. Have our Death Defiance. We get the 60. Very strong. We'll go more money, of course. Fountains, cocoons, Artemis, something. Give me something. Give me something. It's a whole lot of nothing. I'm scared. Okay. I took a Whaler Scream, I think? I was hoping to get my Arctic Ring out a little bit faster there. That was my fault. I should have just made sure to wait for the cooldown. I need to not take damage. Like, I knew the Arctic Ring was up still, so it's, like, kind of bad for me to do that. Like, this is a good one right here. Oh. Armored Whalers are definitely hard to deal with. I could delete their Scream on the Moonstone X, so that was nice. That's a fast room. Check a well, please and thank you. Nothing in there. Go Bones. I still want that 5 armor. No skip in a very tough room. I actually had this room in my Than 55. And it sucked. Blinding Sprint really helps. Wow, I can't believe he got an attack off. That's ridiculous. Blinding Sprint actually helps the blades. Any movement speed on the blades allows you to better like micro position during your attack pattern. That's another reason you don't want to mash through your blades attack pattern is because you can actually move. If you don't and you're tapping it, you can like move better. Like small micro movements during your attacks on the blades is very good. Wow, I can't believe there's this many enemies left in this room. The deeper Erebus locations are really crazy in terms of enemies, man. They should not have, like, this much in a room. This will full commit to. Oh, the Hippo Ball. I mean, like, what is this? Armored Spindles? Caskets? Hippos? It just wastes so much time. Like, it was so well paced until that, you know? Oh, wow. I thought we were location 11. We were location 10. This is our 11. Alrighty. Well, it's a PB. It's our first 11, right? I mean, that's the name of the game on 55. You kind of need the schmaximum skipsh. We got a Nemesis, we got a Shop, we got a Boss, we got an Arachne, but we needed at least either just more gentle rooms or like a Chaos, Fountain, Cocoons, or Artemis to really make this Erebus worth. It's just how it is. You know, that's just the game. The game's the game. Not only do you need to pull your attack. We do also have to remember that I started Arctic Ring. And then got my attack at the mid-boss. But honestly, pacing-wise, it was fine. I was looking at the timer the whole time. I was testing it. If that happens again, I'm comfortable to do that. Obviously, the one caveat is the fact that we might not get Demeter's Arctic Ring doing that. But, oh wow, am I still dying in the timer right here? We can afford a Shop Boon. This does pause your timer. So I get to see Hecate. Let's go. Oh, and it's Poseidon. Alright. I think this is the last run of the day, boys. It's cooked. Maybe one more. Maybe one more, because we did so well in our first Melblades. Melblades with Scorch might be the wave for me. First show of that. We start Arctic Ring, get a late attack, get straight to Hecate. I don't have to use parry, which made me feel very nice. It's just a positioning for backstab. I love the Scorch attack on Blades. I made a best builds video on it. I talked about the attack, cast, freezer burn, natural cast, Hephaestus, life is good. Even if we got Aphrodite weak and then some Hot Flash was pretty strong. So yeah, what are we doing here? Double up. That's what we're doing here. We're gonna double up. Anyways, we got a Hecate entry. Or Hecate, as I call her. Just like Hercules versus Heracles. But she will quite quickly kill us. I'm excited to fight Hecate with the Blades. Because obviously you pretty much have to no-hit. Or do your best to no-hit most boss runs on 55. But yeah, that's our first entry, technically. We'll do one more. We'll run it back.
Regained your strength, I see.
I have regained my strength. Yeah, this seems like the wave. Maybe we do just chalk the Artemius. Because, yeah, the Omega Bug just hurts so much, man. One Omega Bug and I'm getting hit, dude. Also, this is our room to start out on. Also, you always want to angle your blades when you can. These Whispers are just going to rush at me, so I want a tree. It's actually very worth. That was a horrible tree. This Lurker is scaring the heck out of me. No! They have such big hitboxes, and I'm on the stubby Sister Blades, and I'm getting pressured by Whispers. And my Dash Strike couldn't beat him to the punch, even though I was behind them. Oh, we got a Room 2 Major Award, and it was money. Ah, we're back on 55. If only it was an attack boon into a Chaos Gate. Oh, woe is me. Oh, it respawned. I should have called it last run. It's okay. I'm one hit from death anyways. Hey, I'm excited to do this. We'll improve. We'll get better. Maybe we'll do some torches in the future, some staff in the future. Just mess around. It's a fun little video. They'll probably be coming out once every, like, 2 weeks, I would say, if I had to guess. So don't worry. People who don't enjoy the 55 content. It's not coming out too often. We'll have some fun with it when it does. I can't take the gate even if I wanted to because I'm dead. This run is looking grim. I had high hopes, and now I have very low hopes. This room is going to kill me. I'm just telling you now, I'm getting murdered. I have not been murdered so far. I'm proud of myself. I really should be using my Omega cast. That's something I need to do better. Ah, well. Yeah, I didn't see the root in time. I think I dash striked Ian as well. That's a big habit of mine that I need to fix on the blades. Anyways, there's our first 55 for your Sister Blades attempts. It's looking like we're gonna go Mel Blades Scorch. And yeah, anyways, alright, man. Thank you all for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really does mean a lot. And if you want to keep up with more of my Hades 2 content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for watching. Okay, bye. And a massive thank you to my members for supporting the channel.